Hey Nomads, thank you so much for checking out this latest video where I'm going to rank some stuff. And this time I am ranking my favorite guitar players. Now this was kind of an interesting exercise to go through and figure out, who do I like? What kind of guitar styles and things do I like? So this was roughly off the top of my head. So forgive me, I guarantee that I missed some people. I'm really interested to hear what your top 10 list is and where you agree and where you disagree with mine. So please be kind, please be gentle, and just know that this is my opinion. I'm not an expert, just my personal taste. So let's run the theme song right after I ask you to like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out all my different social media stuff. And if you want to, you can throw me a tip over on Venmo at OneManDuet. I appreciate any and all of that support. And theme song, and then we're going to get into this. Let's go. A band with just one dude, no reason to fret. I'll play with myself. It's Nate's one-man duet. All right, let's see. So before we get started, let me share a little bit about myself. So I grew up in the 80s and 90s, and my dad is a musician. So, I was really exposed to a pretty wide range of music. And, so that's kind of generally my background. I play guitar, bass, mandolin, ukulele, a little bit of everything, a little bit of piano. I'm not an expert, but I am a musician, so I feel like that's kind of the background of where this is coming from. So let's start off with some honorable mentions. I tried to make this a top 10 list, but I couldn't fit 10. So gotta talk about B.B. King, blues legend, such great tone, amazing. Jimi Hendrix, a newer guy, Gary Clark Jr., highly recommend checking him out if you haven't. Los Straitjackets and Dick Dale. I did some surf music projects throughout my life, and so I have a special place in my heart for those musicians. And then Lenny Kravitz, that guy is, Stevie Ray Vaughan, and then Lenny Kravitz. Those guys are great. I think no list is complete without including at least some of those guys. So, all right, now let's get into the official list. At number 10, who do we got? The one and only Brian May of Queen. So why I think he is great. To me, it's really about how inventive, not just him, but all of Queen were, right? I like to call them studio wizards. They were just incredible, coming up with all sorts of crazy things. And I think the movie Bohemian Rhapsody does a pretty good job. Well, I don't like the movie, but that's for another video, perhaps. It does a really good job of showing their inventiveness in the studio. So I like that. So a couple songs you should listen to get a sample of how amazing he is. Crazy Little Thing Called Love. So that song is like this retro sounding number. And he doesn't come in until well into the song, but he has a great solo, and just all the stuff that he does is like perfect for that song. We Will Rock You, again, doesn't come in until the very end. That song is the but then that solo and that swell that it comes in on, it just is the perfect ending for that song. And then, of course, Bohemian Rhapsody. I mean, that song is amazing, from the iconic guitar solo to the rocking part. It's so great. The guitar work, to stand out in that song, is quite a feat, and I think he really does. His guitar work in that is quite amazing in what is an opus of an incredible song. So there you go. Let's see who comes in at number 9. Number 9, Carlos Santana. This guy is just so incredible. He's so distinctive. I always know him, his guitar playing, from the first note. I mean, he's got tone just oozing out of his fingertips. It's amazing. So some songs I'd recommend: Black Magic Woman, Oye Como Va. These are really cool songs to begin with, but the guitar work in them are so good. His duet with Rob Thomas, Smooth. Man, those are some iconic leads. They are so good. Evil Ways, that's a really cool song. There's a whole bunch I could have listed, but those are some of the highlights in my opinion. So, Carlos Santana, guy's a legend. All right, let's check out now what is at number 8. Let's give it a look. Jack White, yeah. The White Stripes, the Raconteurs. He's just a total vibe, right? I mean, look his style and speaking of style, wide range of styles. He always is kind of like reinventing himself, and his musicality is just off the charts. He's always identifiable. He's kind of like blues oriented, but just old school rock and roll. It's so great. So Lazaretto, that whole album is cool, but that song in particular is some really awesome guitar work. Let's see. Another Way to Die, that's a James Bond song. Really super cool. And you know, James Bond has like an identifiable sound, and so to hear him do that was really cool. Obviously, the anthem, Seven Nation Army, everybody knows that one. Steady as She Goes. That's kind of like understated in terms of the guitar work, but it's just so perfect for the song, and it's, syncopated and really just fantastic. And then Ballin' Biscuit. Now, that's probably not the most popular song, but boy, just like an old school rock, like blues song. And he does it so perfectly. So there you go. Jack White. Awesome. So speaking of 007, who's at number 7? Let's take a look. George Harrison from, the Beatles and his solo stuff. Did a bunch of guitar work in a bunch of different projects. So he's great. Just iconic. His playing was so melodic and just like eminently singable riffs, from like do 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 do. He just always had such a knack for writing the most beautiful and memorable guitar parts. It's really amazing. So I just sang Something. That was the guitar riff that Here Comes the Sun, do 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 do. So so great. In My Life, I'm fairly sure that opening riff, there's some discussion, was that him? Then the guitar solo in that song, I assume that those are his. It's really hard to know with the Beatles because there was 3 very talented musicians and Ringo. No, I joke. Ringo's amazing too, but you always know he was basically on the drums. He wasn't playing bass or guitar or whatever. So I kid. Don't come at me, drummers out there. Come Together. Oh man, the guitar work on Come Together is so fantastic. His solo stuff, My Sweet Lord, that has a slide guitar that is just, it's so fantastic. He was so great. So yeah, and in one of the best bands known to man. So I guess he's okay, that guy. All right, let's check out what's at number 6. Tom Morello, what a legend. Rage Against the Machine, Audioslave, some of my favorite bands. He's great because he is super inventive and identifiable, like with his little record scratching, emulating that, which I believe that picture is him doing that. It's such a cool sound and so out of this world inventive. He's also just like a true riff master. I mean, you listen to some of the Audioslave and Rage Against the Machine, just fantastic riffs. So good. Bulls on Parade, do 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 bo do do do. What a fantastic riff. Show Me How to Live from Audioslave. That song is incredible. Like a Stone, the guitar solo in that song is, that alone would catapult him onto my top 10. Cochise with that cool little I don't even know what it's just this fast picking, almost sounds like a helicopter, just so cool. Testify, you know, all of these songs are just so great, and you instantly know, it's him when he's playing, if you know anything about guitar players. So there you go. That's my number 6. Let's check out who comes in, rounding up the top 5. Who could it be? Who could it be now? All right. Mike McCready of Pearl Jam. So I will admit, I'm not the biggest Pearl Jam fan. Honestly, most of my recognition is from the album 10. That's the one that I listen to the most, but I know and have heard a bunch of stuff. I just am not like a huge follower of this band, but man, he's way up there in terms of incredible guitarists. His solos always fit the mood of the song and really kind of elevate things to the next level. He manages to stick out by fitting in. I know that's kind of ironic, but it's like what he plays is always like, yes, that's perfect for that song. And his ability to do that so perfectly is really what makes him stand out, in my opinion. Yellow Ledbetter, I mean, that song, the song is amazing, but the guitar work in that, oh my gosh, it's so good. Alive, from that opening riff to his just barn burner of a guitar solo, it's so amazing. Same thing with Even Flow, from the opening riff to the guitar solo, just incredible. Jeremy, what a great song. And so, as I already said, I'm most familiar with the album 10. So that album alone puts him in my top 5. It is so incredible. All right, so let's see who can come in here at number 4. Let's give it a look. Okay, now this one I'm going to say is kind of weird, because I had to pick 2 people. To be honest, I was a little bit confused. So I wanted to highlight the band Gin Blossoms. And so I started looking into, who was the guitarist who wrote these guitar parts that I love so much? And it's really hard to tell because they had 2 guitar players. Sadly, Doug Hopkins got kicked out of the band and then died shortly thereafter. Super tragic story. And I'm pretty sure that some of the guitar work that makes me think of Gin Blossoms was his, but I'm also fairly sure that a lot of it was Scott Johnson. So these 2 guitarists, and I'm lumping them together, so forgive me for doing that. I just am not able to distinguish who played what parts, but any era of this band, you will find this perfect blend of melodic guitar work, but also that rocks. You know, it's like, it's so amazing how well they were able to do that. And they take songs to the next level with iconic solos and riffs. I mean, how many Gin Blossom songs just start out with a guitar part that you're like, oh my gosh, that is brilliant. And then the solos always kind of kick it up to the next gear. Truly amazing. Some prime examples of that. Hey Jealousy is a great example. Found Out About You, such a great song. Allison Road, Follow You Down, right? All of these songs are just, they feature such great guitar work, from the solos to the riffs, just amazing. So I really like this band, Gin Blossoms, and I'm from Arizona. These guys are from Arizona, so you got to rep that Arizona band. And, you know, there might be some more of that coming up, too. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, if you know what I mean. All right. So let's check out now who can be at number 3. Let's see. Johnny Greenwood from Radiohead. Now, I was kind of surprised. I thought he would be number 1. Radiohead, if you've watched my channel, if you've checked out any of my videos, you've probably picked up that I'm a huge Radiohead fan. I've been a fan of theirs since Their second album, which was like the first album that I really listened to, and then OK Computer came out and blew my mind. I was in high school when that came out, and I just remember listening to that so much. So why Johnny is great. You know, me and Johnny are on first name basis. Yeah. He's just incredible and always using cutting edge technology. Now, I'm just going to be talking about his guitar work, but he also does a bunch of incredible stuff with looping and a bunch of crazy effects and synthesizers and all. So that's all amazing and noteworthy, but his guitar work is fantastic. And one thing that I really appreciate about him the most is that he makes the traditional somehow seem like it's coming out of this world. I've had a chance to watch some videos of him play. I've seen some people pretty faithfully cover his guitar work, and it occurred to me like, oh yeah, like that's a pentatonic scale. Like, yeah, those are, you know, traditional chords, and I can understand. But when I listen to it, it's as if I don't know a single thing about music. I'm like, he has such an interesting way of taking that tried and true traditional music and doing it in a way that is just completely new and different. It is truly amazing. So, I mean, listen to Paranoid Android. The riffs that he's playing, again, make sense. They're out of scales that we all know and recognize if you're a musician, but it's just done in such an incredible way. The Tourist, I think, is such an amazing song. The guitar work in that song is absolutely beautiful. Electioneering, a good rocker, to show off some of, you know, that side of things. Airbag, from that first moment of, you know, that guitar that comes in, and that's him. And then Just and My Iron Lung. Those are two of my favorite. And you talk about, again, that guitar work that is super inventive but grounded in traditional music theory and scales. Those are some really great examples. All right, so that's my love letter to Johnny Greenwood. Now, let's get into what's number 2. And again, this might be kind of surprising because I thought Radiohead would be number 1 or number 2. But then I remembered, oh yeah, Matt Bellamy from Muse. Now, he is incredible. He is a virtuoso who can just flat out rock, you know. He incorporates cutting edge technology, much like Johnny Greenwood from Radiohead. But also just seamlessly masters arena rock. You know, he's so incredible. He's so good. So if you want to listen to one song that kind of I'm like, yep, this is why he's my favorite, listen to Plug In Baby. That song is so amazing. And that opening riff that just kind of keeps building and building and building. This is so incredibly awesome. Knights of Sidonia, again, just amazing guitar work from like his like surf inspired what's called the glissando, the guitar solos, just that whole song is amazing. Muscle Museum, that was the first song I ever heard from them. I heard it on the radio in 1999, and I'll admit, I thought it was Radiohead. And I was like, oh my gosh, Radiohead has new music. And then I found out it wasn't Radiohead, it was these guys. I was pretty much a lifelong fan from that moment on. That song is incredible, some incredible guitar work, and also incorporates like that technologically advanced stuff there too. So check that one out. Citizen Erased, that's a really great song. Reapers, just a nice rocker. That one's really heavy. And then Madness. Now that is another kind of technologically advanced song. He has this little thing, I don't think it's on this guitar, but it's called a Chaos Pad that just like makes noise. But it's amazing how he incorporates it so seamlessly into things. So Madness features some of that, but on the bass. Anyways, I'm going to get lost in all the cool things that they do. But the guitar solo in Madness, that alone, so good, so fantastic. All right, so there you go. That's Muse, Matt Bellamy. Absolutely amazing. My number 2 favorite guitar player. Now, number 1, I stand by this, but I am surprised because I would have thought, Muse, Johnny Greenwood, Radiohead, I would have thought those would be my number 1 and number 2. But anytime I think of my absolute, what guitarist has the best tone, what guitarist just instantly I'm oh my gosh, that is so amazing. And that's why I put this person here at the top spot at number 1, and I stand by it. It's Brian Blush from The Refreshments. Now, I know that they're not the most popular band. You may not even recognize the band. They're Arizona boys. I told you there was going to be some more Arizona representation. They did that song Banditos. They were almost a one-hit wonder unless you're from Arizona and you grew up and were like a teenager in the late 90s. Then these guys are like legends. These guys are iconic. So yeah, the tone. This guy's playing is incredible. He's so melodic and he's so... Yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself. His licks always give me that stank face, right? It's like, oh gosh, it's always so good. He is such an incredible player, but it's the tone too. I don't know. So The Refreshments really only had 2 albums. Their first album, their first official album, Fizzy Fuzzy Big and Buzzy, cover to cover, that's an amazing album, and it's got some of the most incredible guitar work. Their second album is pretty good too, but really Fizzy Fuzzy Big and Buzzy, can't beat it. So Banditos, I already said, everybody knows that the world is full of stupid people. If you don't know that one, check it out. It's got 2 super fantastic, iconic guitar solos that are so good. Nada, I've covered that one a few times here on my channel. I can't play like he does. I try to capture the gist of what he's doing, but I am nowhere close to it. His playing is just so good, and he always has these little hammer-ons and riffs, and he's just so masterful. It's incredible. Actually, you may know this band, ironically, most from King of the Hill. They did that little instrumental number that is the theme song for King of the Hill. That's them too, and that's him playing that. Mekong, that's a super cool song. Blue Collar Suicide, that's another one that features some really, really great guitar work. Interstate, which is a little bit of a country tinged thing, but it's got some great guitar work. It goes from beautiful licks to some pretty good rock. So I really appreciate that. And then lastly, you got Dolly. That is such a great song. So cool. From the opening chords of that song, it's so good. His tone is on full display. So there you go. Brian Blush is my number 1 favorite guitar player. So yeah, again, let me know, guys, please. Thank you first for watching, but please let me know in the comments. Let me know what your list is. Again, music is subjective. We all have different tastes, so I'm always super interested to hear what other people think. That's my breakdown. Those are the people whose guitar work speaks to me as a musician and just to my heart as I listen to music. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this, and thanks for sharing in the passion and love of music. I really appreciate it. Please do check out all the other videos on my channel. Got a whole bunch of covers and not just videos of me blabbering on about how much I love music. Although I do a good number of those too. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care. See you next time. Boop. Boop. What are you doing, you weirdo? Knock it off. Just in the video. Oh my gosh.